Welcome to LA Now, your Los Angeles County news source. The Antelope Valley is one step closer to a new state-of-the-art medical facility. Plus, we'll take you behind the scenes of the Sheriff's Reserve Deputy Program. And meet William Wong, a social worker that's making a real difference in the lives of children. LA Now starts right now. And thank you for joining us. I'm Mike Deneau. Construction of the new state-of-the-art medical facility in Antelope Valley is now underway. The High Desert Multi-Service Ambulatory Care Center will replace the existing hospital on 60th Street West. At an estimated cost of $141 million, the new facility won't be a traditional hospital with inpatient overnight rooms. Instead, it will have all the latest amenities and high-end services and equipment for patient care.
This new MAC will be a much more accessible building with much more of the kind of technology and specialty care that we want to be able to deliver.
Now, the facility will be located at East Avenue I and 3rd Street East in Lancaster and will be completed in 2014. And also in the Antelope Valley, the residents of Quartz Hill have been contending with flooding in the downtown business district for years. But the Department of Public Works is now hard at work on a solution. Construction has begun on a new $15 million storm drain in the busy corridor that will also serve the outlying areas.
From the school experiences where people had to ferry the children to and from the schools from the flooding, the impact to the residents, the businesses in Quartz Hill, this is a project that is long overdue.
And that project will be completed by November of this year. Construction continues on the Civic Park in downtown LA. The Grand Avenue ramps are already open, as is the new and improved Starbucks coffee shop. Work continues on the fountain with granite installation and the upper pools, and the reinstallation of historic stones now complete. And in addition, trees have already begun to be planted throughout the park, with many more to follow. And demolition and hardscaping continues in the 4 construction blocks. Civic Park is scheduled to open this summer. Keep up to date with this major project at the website on your screen. After a West Hollywood Reserve sheriff helped bring one of the worst arson sprees in LA history to an end, the county's reserve program was immediately thrust into the limelight. And as LA Now found out, the kudos are long overdue.
I am actually an engineer by trades.
I'm a senior vice president for City National Bank.
They have typical 9-to-5 jobs, but it's what these reserve sheriffs do when they leave the office that's certainly not typical.
Because when we're out there, it's an extra, patrol car, an extra, pair of eyes, pair of guns.
There are more than 800 LA County Reserve sheriffs helping to protect our streets. The selection and training standards for the program are similar to those of becoming a full-time sheriff.
Most work in a patrol environment, but some of them choose to work in custody, some in the courts. But we also have a number of reserves that work at our emergency operations. The Sheriff's Department sets a minimum of 20 hours a month. That's what we ask. Many of them far exceed that.
You'd never know the difference between a reserve and full-time sheriff. Although reserves only make $1 a year, their jobs are the same.
The day after Thanksgiving, I was involved in an officer-involved shooting. I didn't do the shooting, my partner did, but it was literally like seconds away from actually seeing the shooting.
In 2011, reserve sheriffs donated approximately 175,000 hours throughout the county.
Having that uniform on and, it's an awesome feeling, and you're doing something good to your community.
I think every day I think about why I didn't do this when I was 21.
And please tune in next week when LA Now patrols the streets of LA County with several reserve sheriffs from our view in the back of a squad car. The Public Health Department's efforts to fight whooping cough have paid healthy dividends. The results speak for themselves. New cases declined from 1,400 in 2010 to 520 cases and 0 deaths in 2011. Now, this follows the deaths of 10 infants statewide in 2010 from pertussis, more commonly known as whooping cough. The Public Health Department launched a major public relations campaign to get infants vaccinated. Whooping cough is a bacterial disease that infects the respiratory system and can be cured with antibiotics if it's caught early enough. A new law requiring students entering grades 7 through 12 to prove immunization went into effect last year. For foster children throughout LA County, William Wong is a hero. Pareen Bakshay has more on his inspiring story.
If you're looking for William Wong, you'll probably find him behind the camera. That's when he isn't helping foster children find a permanent home.
Having a family is a birthright. It should be the right of every individual. Having these kinds of connections, someone to be accountable to, is very important because that propels success.
Will works with Christine Devine and Fox 11 to produce Wednesday's Child. Through this program, nearly 500 foster children have found a permanent home.
It's social worker Will Wong who really does all the hard work, the behind-the-scenes work that really makes it happen. Did he tell you about this pin? This is his Angels in Adoption pin, his National Angels in Adoption by Congress.
He mentioned it once or twice.
Yeah. Not everybody has this pin, trust me.
Will was given this prestigious award for his work helping pioneer Wednesday's Child.
It was a really huge honor to receive that, and it was just really, really exciting to be able to represent my agency, my people, my fellow social workers whom I respect. And when you're working in adoptions, you get a very happy ending. You get to see children leave the system with forever families, and that's just a really positive and really reaffirming thing to do.
Will has used his role at Department of Children and Family Services to help produce Wednesday's Child for more than 10 years. For LA Now, I'm Pareen Bakshay.
Attendance numbers for LACMA's Tim Burton exhibit confirm it was a monster hit. More than 363,000 visitors viewed the colorful and creative exhibit over 135 days. That's 2,700 people per day. The installation showcased Burton's evolution from childhood artist to successful movie director. It included drawings, costumes, storyboards, and showings of his films. Tim Burton is the 5th highest attended exhibit in LACMA history. The number 1 was the King Tut exhibit in 1978. For a full list of current LACMA exhibits, go to the website on your screen. And that's all the time we have. Thank you for joining us. Watch us online anytime on lacountychannel.com. And please stay tuned for a list of websites featured on our show. And we'll see you next time on LA Now.